Hi, fifth graders. Welcome to the first lesson. I am going to just be doing 3 videos a week instead of the per day video, and you can complete these at your leisure. You could do them each day, or you could skip a day. It's up to you how you complete those. One of the first things I want to tell you is I asked you to look up a poem last week to get a head start on that. This week I want you to make sure that you either look up a poem or write a poem and save that either on your Google Drive or write it down. You can share it with your teacher if you would like. You don't have to, but I just want you to have that ready because we are talking about doing a video poetry cafe where we share our poems on Zoom. So we're talking about doing that sometime in May. So just have that poem ready. And also, yeah, I think that was it. So I just want to let you know today what we're going to learn about is I can produce clear writing, it should say. Messed that up. I can produce clear writing and understand the purpose. Okay, so we're going to focus on that. And also I can draft and edit. So we need to think about what we are writing. And we're writing a paper to teach someone about an ancient civilization. So we need to make sure that we are giving them lots of good facts and teaching them about our research about this ancient civilization. That's our purpose. And then also we're going to draft today. We'll edit on the next video. But we are going to just draft out, and I'm going to show you my draft that I did of the ancient Mayas. And remember, this week you will need to turn in something by Friday. It will be due. You'll need to turn in a multi-paragraph essay that you will type up and turn that into your teacher by the end of this week. Last week you didn't have to turn anything in. We were just prepping for that. Just doing our pre-writing. Okay, so I don't have a marker, but we did pre-writing last week, and then here we're moving now down to drafting in the writing process. So we're going to move to drafting today. I want to remind you of what we did last week. We made a list of possible topics, and I asked you to do like I did and circle the top 3 that you were interested in writing about. I circled academics, which I changed to writing, ball game, and government. And I'm going to show you now how I took those 3 topics and turned them into paragraphs. But for this video, let's focus on the introduction. Let me show you what I did for my draft. So I sat down and I wrote out a paper, as I would like you to do before you do your typing. Sit down and do a rough draft of your multi-paragraph essay. Okay, so I'm going to read to you my introduction. The Maya were considered to be one of the most advanced civilizations to have existed in the Americas before the Spanish conquest. They had an advanced system of writing. The Maya had a strong government. They also had a game very important to their culture called the ball game. Okay, so when I sat down to do my introduction, I thought about, first of all, this first sentence here. What did I want to say? What could I say that kind of summed up what this whole paper is about? I knew that I wanted it to be about the Maya people. And honestly, I went back to one of the videos and I listened to how they started the video to help me decide how I was going to start my paper. And I decided to say something kind of broad about the Maya people and that they were an advanced civilization. That sums up a lot about them, that they were an advanced civilization, and really that's why we know about them and why they're talked about and studied so much, because of, the writing they left behind and how we were able to learn so much about them. So that first sentence is it's the topic, it's the main idea of this introduction paragraph, and it just kind of introduces the people as a whole, the Maya people, that they were an advanced civilization. And then the next sentence, notice that I talk about they had an advanced system of writing, okay? And that is my first subtopic that I chose. Okay, so make sure in your introduction you include a sentence about one of those subtopics. Later, this is going to turn into a paragraph all in itself. It's actually my first subtopic paragraph. It's this next paragraph down here. Okay, it's all about their writing. And then another sentence I have in my introduction paragraph, notice it's about their government. The Maya had a strong government. Okay, and that is later on going to be a paragraph all on its own. But remember, here in this introduction, I am giving the reader like a little preview of what the rest of my paper is going to be about. I'm just introducing what it's going to be about. And then I have, lastly, in my introduction paragraph, I have a sentence about the ball game. Okay, so they also had a game very important to their culture called the ball game. And honestly, I felt like I had a little bit of trouble connecting that. As much as the other two, the writing and the government, I had a little more trouble connecting how the ball game was made them advanced. So I made sure that in this sentence I said it was very important to their culture, which I found in my research. So I can make sure that I let the reader know that it was something that was important to the people. It gathered them. It gave them something to do. When I get to that paragraph, I explain it more. But in the introduction, you don't need to go into deep explanation about it. You're just giving them a little preview. Just a sentence really is all it takes for each one of those subtopics. I notice I only did one sentence for writing, one sentence about their government, and one sentence about the ball game. This is just introducing the reader what the rest of the paper will have inside of it, the ingredients of the rest of the paper. Okay, so that is my introduction, and it consists of my main idea sentence, my topic sentence, and then a sentence about each of my subtopics: writing, government, and ball game. So go ahead and get that drafted out, and you'll have a really good start for today, and on your way to getting ready to turn that paper in on Friday. All right, I will see you next time. Thank you.